Hi everyone! Today we're going to have a go at painting a daffodil in a lovely vintage style. So grab your paints and let's get started. So I've painted quite a few daffodils on the channel over the years, and I've really enjoyed painting a few things recently in this slightly sort of vintage style. We've done a carnation and a snowdrop in this way. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just building up, waking up, I beg your pardon, green gold, cadmium yellow and cadmium orange. And I'm going to take my big flathead one wash brush, and I want these colours really dilute, so green gold first, and I'm just going to place in a little of that colour. Possibly a bit strong, so we'll just, there we go. And there's the tiniest bit of cadmium orange, just a little streak in there. And I actually think it might be nice just to get a tiny weeny bit of sap green. Okay, we need to let that dry 100% and then we'll start painting. I think that wash has dried so beautifully. Right, so let's get drawing. So our daffodil, we have a little angle poise stem, and then at the base of that a little curve that shows us where our petals are going to come out from. So one of the sort of slightly different techniques with these style of illustrations is I draw the piece a bit more in full than I normally would. So imagining the petals coming out there, and then the trumpet, and then a large opening, and then there we go. I'm going to paint the petals in cadmium yellow, but I'm going to paint them quite simply. So I've got a size 2 brush, and after painting in an initial bit of colour, I just wet my brush and just take the colour off and use what's on the page like that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to paint in an outline, a nice fine line outline. So the pencil lines are really important today. I don't normally do a lot of drawings in this style. For me, it's all about learning how to create all the details with the brush itself. So now I'm going to just scribble the brush a bit around the edge of this. Going to get a little bit of cadmium orange and just add a bit of hair on my brush. Add a little bit of orange to the top of the trumpet. Doesn't matter about it bleeding and blending in there. Now a little bit of yellow ochre, just see a little bit of that on the stem, a little squiggle there. And then we'll get some green gold, we've already got some green gold, and some sap green. We want to make this colour fairly nice and yellowy green, but not too dark, not too strong. I'm going to put a second stroke in there. Because the colour's nice and wet, it's flowing really nicely on the page. just get a little bit of sap green in there on those. And then finish off by painting a stem and a bit of sap green up the middle. Okay, we need to let that dry 100% and then we can do our nice little dainty outlines on it. Now the painting's dry, I can use my detail brushes. So I've got 4/10 in my hand at the moment and I've got the rigger brush just hiding there, and it means I can now draw in the outline of, and maybe a few little sweeps and things, but the key thing is to not worry too much about like getting the outline completely exact with the painting. What really makes these illustrations is that just slight whimsical wobble. Imagine you've got a pen in your hand and you're just scribbling. Now I know I saw in the comments some people, we were talking about scribbling with the quick fix last week of turning your loose watercolour flower disasters into line and wash masterpieces. Well, it's certainly not an exclusively left-handed thing to be able to scribble. Anyone can scribble, but you just need to just let go a little bit and not worry too much about ruining the piece. Just try, just see what you come up with. Okay, so I've just followed some of the pencil lines and then there we go. So very happy with that. You can see why it was very important that not only the first wash behind was very pale, but the wash on top, the colouring in the petals, was also important to just be quite dilute. And now a little squiggle on top of there, and I think for the stems I'm going to use the rigger brush. So I've got sap green here, nice and woken up. And that's why we love the rigger brush. Because it allows us to do things like that. Okay, just get some green on my 4/10 for just a few little sweeps and just getting up there. And there we have a lovely daffodil in the vintage style. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I want to say a huge thank you to our patrons for their support, because that support enables us to keep creating videos like these that everyone can enjoy. And if you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and comment below to let me know how you got on with that one. And of course, if you never want to miss another video, then hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!